The 15-member UN Security Council unanimously adopted the resolution which boosts the number of African peacekeepers to over 22,000 for up to 2 years. It also expands UN logistical support to the force. Somalia's ambassador to the UN, Elmi Ahmed Douale, voiced his country's appreciation for the increase and also called for combined action to defeat Al-Qaeda-aligned Islamist group Al-Shabaab.
We hope that also the Somali army contingent fighting together with AMISOM to defeat the last strongholds of Al-Shabaab to also be supported through a more consistent and more timely manner by the United Nations funds.
Both Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and the AU had recently recommended enhancement for the mission, including helicopters and other enablers, so that it can combat the insurgency in the Horn of Africa. Speaking to journalists outside the council, British Ambassador Mark Grant said the extra troop strength will give AMISOM the ability to regain the momentum against Al-Shabaab.
The resolution has three main elements. Firstly, it authorizes an increase of over 4,000 troops for AMISOM. Secondly, it requests the UN to provide logistical support to the Somali forces on joint operations with AMISOM. And thirdly, it sets in train the process for deploying a UN Guard unit to protect UNSOM compounds in Somalia. AMISOM's progress over the last 2 years has been remarkable. Thanks in huge part to their bravery and sacrifice, we saw a transition in Somalia which many said was impossible. But as recent attacks show, Al-Shabaab continue to pose a threat, not just to Somalia, but to the wider region. And now was the right time for the Security Council to act.
The resolution also called on countries to consider supplying the peacekeeping force with up to 12 military helicopters. Over the last 2 years, AMISOM, Ethiopian and Somali government forces drove Al-Shabaab out of Mogadishu and other major cities. The militant group still carries out periodic suicide attacks, and a new government formed last year remains fragile. Mwongeli, CCTV.